Hello and welcome everyone. It is time to enter the kumite. Remember, this is not a sport. You don't play fight. What's up, fight fans? Today we're joined by Peterson, who just came off of a win over Landon Kelley at XKO 55 on February 18th at the Statler. Aaron, thanks for coming in again, man. How are you feeling right now after getting that win?
I feel great. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So what's that one thing that you have to have after a long training camp and a fight, whether it's food or drink or anything that you can't have while you're preparing for a fight? I like to start off with lighthearted.
Everything. I just got to get anything and everything in me. Just calories, and I can't even help it. It's not a choice. It's just the way I'm programmed. I get done with the fight, but the first thing I always have, it's tradition. It's a burger with blue cheese and bacon, and a Blue Moon to drink.
Burger with blue cheese and bacon. Have you ever been to LSA Burger?
And
Lone Star Attitude and a Blue Moon. Yeah. Have you ever been to Lone Star Attitude Burger?
Lone Star Attitude Burger, I haven't.
Oh, dude, it's in Denton. You know, because we live in Denton. But they have a burger called the Stevie, and it's basically like a bacon cheeseburger with blue cheese and Frank's hot sauce. Dude, it's so good. As soon as you said that, that's what I was thinking of. I was like, man, this dude would love the Stevie.
Get that Lone Star. Right,
oh yeah, so you do a little drinking. Are there any other craft beers or anything that you like to partake in, or is Blue Moon like the one?
Blue Moon is my thing. I'm not a big drinker, but always a Blue Moon after the fight.
Hell yeah, burger and Blue Moon. So I know you had a tough training camp this go around. Can you expand on any of the injuries that you had leading up to the fight? I know fighters don't like talking about it because, you know, some people might interpret it as an excuse, but even with the injuries, you pulled off the win. So can you expand on any of those?
Yeah, I'll absolutely talk about it. Just didn't want to talk about it before because I know I'm watching his interview and he's going to watch my interview, and, you know, I don't want to give him anything, but I had a rib injury. Nothing got hit, but it was just one of these muscles that's connecting my my chest into my abs and running over my ribs. I strained one of those in grappling, and so I was having trouble, you know, doing crunching motions, doing any kind of grappling. So I had to focus on striking for a big part of my camp. So that made grappling with him for the majority of that fight very difficult because I didn't have that grappling conditioning, and anybody who grapples knows that it's a different type of conditioning. You use your whole body, and you're fighting with not just resistance, but the resistance of a whole other person. So
yeah. So was the injury still kind of carrying on into the fight, or did you kind of get it fixed sometime before the fight?
I mean, I had been taking it real easy on it. It feels now, it feels better than before the fight. The most trouble I had with it was when I was cutting weight. It just because my muscles were all drawn out, there was no water in my muscles. So yeah, it all shrunk up, and I guess that pulled on that strain.
Yeah. And for those of you who don't know, when a fighter cuts weight, they're basically just draining themselves of all the water in their body to cut out those last. I mean, I've seen it up to 10 pounds just water.
Right. All your muscles just like shrink up and tighten. And so if you got a little tear in those muscles, wherever it's tightening, just going to pull on that spot.
Man. And I mean, like, these injuries ended up compromising your weight cut. So how hard was your weight cut? We're not going to be receiving videos of like you crying in a sauna while people like hold the door shut or anything, are we?
No, it wasn't that dramatic. It wasn't that dramatic. It just I just spent more time doing it than I thought I would have. I like to get, you know, we do 20-minute rounds in the sauna. I like to have it done in 3 rounds. It took me like 6, 7, 8 rounds. So we just had to, you know, keep going back, and we split it up. I did like 3 the night before, and then woke up, did 3 or 4 more.
Oh my gosh. That's a lot of time in the sauna. I'll be counting down like 2 or 3 minutes and be like, all right, I'm good. I'm gonna go back for another swim because this sauna is crazy. So yeah, you had great leg kicks. that Dagestani type of control on top with some ground and pound mixed in there. He was really long, but you were finding your way inside and putting on the pressure. Did you have a game plan coming into this one, or did you just go out there and do you?
Yeah, no, the game plan was exactly that. Stay on the feints and the jab to set up the leg kick, which would set up my cross and help me get inside. That leg kick was there because his legs were so long.
Yep.
So I was just trying to not even damage it, but really just pick up that calf and get him to step wrong. And just pick up his leg, you know what I mean? I would scoop it up and then step back down and be in range.
Okay, nice. Yeah, he's 6'1". He cut down to 125 pounds. So there's a lot of like that's not easy to cover that distance, that reach advantage, the length of his legs. So yeah, I mean, I think it's a great idea to attack the closest thing to you, and like cut him down a little bit,
Yeah, that's what I've had to deal with basically my whole athletic career. I started out when I was wrestling. I started out wrestling at 180. I was chubby, so I've always had to compete up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Well,
nothing new.
You learned some tricks of the trade then, I'm sure. So Landon Kelley did a hell of a lot better than a lot of us thought he was gonna do. Because coming into this, I mean, you were supposed to win that fight. Like that's the narrative going in. I was thinking to myself, like, man, Aaron's about to smash my boy Landon Kelley. Like, because I met him in the last XKO. He had some killer BJJ, but you held your composure, you got out of the locks, you worked your way into dominant positions. How confident were you when Antonio was reading the scorecards that you'd done enough to get the win?
I knew it was me. I had my hand up as they were reading it, and I mean, he was doing a lot. He was doing a lot to pull it out, but he didn't get he was throwing up constant submission attempts, which was really impressive, and it stopped me from being able to lay into him from the top position and do that ground and pound like I like to do. So he did a great job of neuralizing my offense, but even still, I was in a dominant position for most of the fight. So
yeah, his submission threats
alone,
kind of spaced out some of the grounded pound in there that you probably would have been filling in the gaps with.
right.
So I mean, he couldn't get back up. That's for sure. Once you got him down, he was going to be down for the round, and the best shot he had was going for that submission. But yeah, you're now 3-0 as an amateur, I believe. Is that correct? Okay,
Yes,
I
sir.
thought so. I wanted to make sure that Dog had it right. But what's the next step for you, man? Are you trying to get some more experience as an amateur, or are you thinking of be coming back as a professional next time around?
If it were up to me, I'd come around as a professional. But Coach Steven, my brother, he wants to put me in one more amateur fight, but at 35, just so that I can get my feet wet at that weight class and then come back down to 25, because eventually I will have to move up to 35. I'm a really big 25er. So it's an eventuality. It's not a possibility. So we just want to know what we're going to be dealing with. Yeah, and then I'll be strong. I'll be even stronger when I make that move back down to 25.
And how old are you? Because I mean,
I'm 22.
You're 22, so you're still kind of growing into your frame and everything like that. So I guess, 135 is on the horizon. That's good to know. Now I know you had a tough training camp, but you didn't really take too much damage in this fight. When do you think we're going to get to see Aaron Peterson again? When would you like to come back out there and put on a show?
I have no opponent, but I do have a potential day. They're saying early May.
May 7th at XKO?
That May 7th. That's what it was. I didn't want to say. I couldn't remember if it was the 2nd or the 7th.
So you're planning on coming back and fighting for XKO. Nice. And how do you feel about XKO? Like they put on a killer show. Yeah.
It's like a family environment, because I mean I've been going to XKO shows since my brother first started out his career. So I mean, it feels like home.
Yeah, and it's a great place to make your name. Honestly, UFC is looking at XKO now, and they're looking at the guys coming up from XKO. And some very notable people have came from there. One of the biggest and most recent, up and coming prospects, your brother, Steven Peterson, made his name there. Kevin Holland, you know,
And
like
Ugly Man Joe recently, right? Was he XKO?
who was
Ugly Man Joe, Joseph Holmes.
Joseph Holmes? Oh, I don't
Maybe not.
know. I don't know that name. Now I feel
I
bad.
know
Now I
he's
feel
from
like a
around here.
noob.
Yeah, he might have done Fury or whatnot.
Yeah, and I mean, I was watching James Vick back when he was in XKO before he came into the UFC. Um, but yeah, you know, UFC's got their eyes on XKO. It's a great place to make your name. Um, they got good competition, you know, and they put on a hell of a live show. So I would love to see you back there. So May 7th isn't too early, huh?
No, that's a
Nice.
good layoff. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, you didn't
For
take
me.
damage. So, I mean, you're still coming, you'll be coming in fresh. I like it. Um, Now, I believe there's a documentary being made for your brother and your team and you. Um, is this true? And when can we expect that to come out? Do you have any information on that?
No, our pilot episode is going to be dropping in hopefully the next month. Other than that, I'm not sure. There's all kinds of other content coming out though alongside it. And there's tons of trailers for it already up. It's on Ocho TV on YouTube.
Ocho TV. Yeah, I just recently started subscribing to Ocho TV, getting that in
Good.
my algorithms now. Yeah, dude, Ocho TV is fun. That's that's a fun thing to tune into. Yeah, guys, if you haven't seen it, I would suggest you go to YouTube, hop on and watch some Ocho TV. They got a lot of fun and interesting things on there for sure. But did you have any shout outs or anything that you'd like to say to your fans, your friends, your family tuning in to watch you fight?
Everybody who supported me, thank you. You put the pressure on me to do what I need to get done, and I want to thank everybody over at Fortis MMA. That's the family, that's the tribe. Keep
Yeah.
each other honest, and of course, thank my my sponsors, Hazel Management, Security Solutions, Door to Door Shuttle, Fit House Cafe Rowlett, and Fight Fit Lifestyle.
Nice. Do you practice that in the mirror?
No, I had to think of them really quick so I could say them, and I was like,
Yeah, and you're saying they put the pressure on you to win, and you went out and you got it done. But yeah,
they don't put the pressure on me. I just put the pressure on myself, thinking that all these people, they
faith in
expect
you.
you to win, so you can't disappoint them. You know what I mean? So I kind of put a lot of pressure on myself.
Yeah, there was one point when he went for that first submission, which I guess was kind of like a modified arm triangle or something. There was one point where I saw you look up, like because you were kind of going out just a little bit. Then I saw you like open your eyes and you look up and you look at your brother, and then you just you got your arm free and you rolled out of it.
I relaxed. He told me to relax. It's like a Chinese finger trap. When you're tense, your muscles are flexed and they're bigger. It's easier to choke them, squeeze them. You know what I mean? If you relax and you let those muscles soften, then they slip out.
Yeah, and you regained your composure. You got your arm free. You rolled out of it. Yeah, dude, that was a very exciting moment because I was like, he's not about to go out, is he?
I would have gone out before I tapped. That's for sure.
Yeah, you dug deep, dude, and you got out of there, and you ended up finishing the round out on top. So, kudos to you. It was a hell of a fight. Aaron, thank you for coming in and sharing your thoughts and your perspective. It was a good fight. I'm excited to watch you from here on out. I'm on the Aaron Peterson bandwagon. I'm excited to see where this train goes. Aaron Peterson, ladies and gentlemen, he just came off of an exciting win over Landon Kelley at XKO 55 on February 18th. If you missed it, you can watch it all back at xko.tv. Remember, guys, this is not a sport. You don't play fight.